ready to learn something new? Allow me to be your guide. I am teacher Eleanor Ann P. Bautista and I will help you answer your module in Science 6 about simple machines. So, come on and let's welcome another day of learning and discovery.
Our target most essential learning competency for today is how to manipulate simple machines and describe their characteristics and uses. At the end of this module, you are expected to first, identify the types of simple machines. Second, manipulate simple machines and describe their characteristics and uses. And for the third one, appreciate the importance of simple machines in our daily lives. But before we move to our lesson and activities, let us test yourselves regarding our previous lesson by answering the following questions. Direction. Supply the missing letters to form the words based on the given questions. Number 1. A form of energy that is transferred between two substances at the different temperature. What is the answer in question number 1? Correct. The answer is heat energy. Number 2. It is the measure of hotness and coldness of matter. What is the correct answer? Very good. The correct answer is temperature. Number 3. Sound energy is produced through blank of objects. What would be the answer in question number 3? Very good. The correct answer is vibration. Number 4. The energy coming from the sun is also known as blank energy. What is the correct answer in number 4? Correct. The answer is radiant. And for the last number 5, heat is measured by an instrument called blank. Correct. It is a thermometer.
Congratulations! I guess majority of you understood our previous lesson. So, to start our lesson, let me ask you some questions.
What do you use when you want to cut a paper, open a bottle, or slice pieces of fruits? How do different materials you use help you? To help you in answering these questions, I want you to watch this video clip.
What do you use when you want to cut a paper, open a bottle, or slice a piece of fruits? How do different materials you use help you? When you cut or slice fruits and vegetables, or even open a can or bottle of soft drinks, you use simple machine. Everyone uses simple machine every day. Schools, industries, and businesses uses simple machine. Clinics, hospitals, and laboratories use machines to serve people. Cars, ships, and airplanes use machines to transport people and goods over great distances. It is difficult working without machines. Machines, whether it is powered by engine or powered by people, it always make working tasks easier. These are the kinds of simple machine. Number 1. Inclined plane. Number 2. Wedge. Number 3. The screw. Number 4. Wheel and axle. Number 5. Pulley. Number 6. The lever. You can cut a paper perfectly using a pair of scissors. You can join easily two wooden planks using hammer and nails. Scissors, a hammer, and nails are examples of simple machines. What are simple machines? What are their parts? How do machines actually help us? These are the questions that we are going to answer on our lesson.
Let's go back to the questions that I've asked a while ago. What do you use when you want to cut a paper, open a bottle, or slice pieces of fruits? Correct! You used scissors in cutting a paper, bottle openers in opening a bottle, and knife in slicing pieces of fruits. How do different materials you use help you? Very good! The different materials like simple machines help us to make our work task easier and faster. They allow their user to accomplish more work while exerting less effort. The amount of effort needed to do a job is decreased by using one of these machines. Now, after watching the video and familiarized the types and examples of simple machines, let's find out if you have learned something from the video clip by answering the following activities. Activity number 1. Word problem. Your mother asks you to buy some nails and screws that she'll be needing in fixing her cabinet. She needs 10 nails and 5 screws. Each nail costs 5 pesos and the screw costs 7 pesos. How much money will your mother give you to pay all the nails and screws? Question number 1. What are the examples of simple machines given in the problem? Correct! The example of simple machines in the given problems are nails and screws. Number 2 question. What is the answer to the word problem? Correct! The answer is 85 pesos. For your activity number 2, you are going to identify simple machines. Identify the following pictures, whether it is a lever, pulley, screw, wedges, inclined plane, or wheel and axle. Write your answer on the space provided. Now, let's find out if you get the correct answers of the following pictures. The first picture is a ramp, and a ramp is an example of an inclined plane. Second picture is a cart, and a cart is an example of wheel and axle. Third picture is a fishing rod, and a fishing rod is an example of a lever. The fourth picture is a nail cutter, and a nail cutter is an example of a lever. For the fifth picture, we have a drill bit. A drill bit is an example of a screw. Sixth picture is a handsaw, and a handsaw is an example of a wedge. The seventh picture is a can opener, and And a can opener can be example of a wheel and axle because of the turning knob. It can also a form of a lever because of the hinged handle. And it can also be a form of wedge because of the cutting part. The 8th picture, which is a C-clamp, is an example of a screw. 9th picture, an axe. And an axe is an example of wedge. For the 10th picture, we have a ladder. And a ladder is an example of inclined plane. For the 11th picture, a skateboard. And a skateboard is an example of wheel and axle. And for the last picture, we have a flagpole. And a flagpole is an example of a pulley. Did you get the perfect score? Very good! To learn more about simple machines, let us discuss how to manipulate simple machines and describe their characteristics and uses. Simple machines are devices that make your everyday tasks easier. They help you do your work with ease and comfort. Simple machines has its types, characteristics, and uses. The first type is a lever. A lever is a straight or curved rigid bar that is free to turn about a fixed point. It is a simple machine that you can easily find anywhere, and it can be used to lift and lower objects easily. All levers has a 3 locations of interest. Number 1, the fulcrum of fixed point. Number 2, the point of effort or where work is done on the lever. Number 3, the load which is being moved. As you can see, the yellow triangle is the fulcrum, the green arrow is the effort, and the red square is the load. Examples of a levers are scissors, bottle opener, tongs, wheelbarrow, hammer, and a fishing rod. Levers has 3 classes depending on the relative position of the fulcrum, effort, and load. 3 classes of levers. A Class 1 lever has its fulcrum located between effort and load. The effort and the resistance move in opposite directions. A scissor is an example of a first-class lever where the fulcrum is the pivot in the middle, and the force or effort is applied with the hand at the end. And the blades of the scissor is the resistance or load. Example of a first-class lever. We have pliers, seesaw, and crowbars. Let's move on to the Class 2 lever. A Class 2 lever has the load between the effort and fulcrum. The effort and resistance move in the same direction. A common example of a second-class lever is a wheelbarrow, where the effort moves a large distance to lift a heavy load, with the axle and wheel as the fulcrum. Examples of a second-class lever. We have a bottle opener and a nut cracker. And now, let's move on to the last classes of a lever, the third-class lever. A Class 3 lever has the effort between the load and the fulcrum. Effort and resistance move the same direction. Fishing rod is an example of the third-class lever because the effort is applied between load and fulcrum. The effort applied is closer to the fulcrum than load. Examples of a third-class lever. We have a tweezer and a thong. So, Those are the classes of lever. For the next type of simple machine, we have the pulley. A pulley is a groove wheel that turns around an axle, which is held in place by a mounting bracket. A rope or a wire moves along the wheel's circumference. It is used to pull up objects. Like a lever, a pulley has 3 points of interest: the fulcrum, the point of effort at one end of the rope, and the resistance nor load to be lifted. As you can see, the man is holding the end of the rope, which is the effort, and the object being lifted is the load. Examples of a pulley: we have water well, window blind, crane, flagpole, and an elevator. Pulley has 3 kinds. The first one is 3 kinds of pulley. Number 1, fixed pulley. A fixed pulley has the axle fixed on a surface and therefore does not move. Its fulcrum is at the center of the axle with load and effort on the either side. It does not increase the magnitude, speed, or distance of the force. Fixed pulleys are used in flagpoles, water well, and clotheslines. Another kind of pulley is what we call movable pulley. A movable pulley moves along the rope or wire. The fulcrum is at the edge of the wheel with the load at the middle of the axle and the effort at one end of the rope. It increases the magnitude of the force and decreases its distance. Examples are zip lines, weight machines, and elevator cables. And for the last kind of pulley, we have the compound pulley. A compound pulley is made up of a combination of 2 or more fixed and movable pulleys. In compound pulleys, the fixed pulleys change the direction of the force, while movable ones lessen the effort needed to lift the force. This kind of pulley are used in ships and billboards. So, those are the kinds of pulleys. Another example of a simple machine is an inclined plane. An inclined plane is a plane tilted at an angle, with one end higher than the other. It makes moving things to a higher place a lot easier, an example of which is a wheelchair ramp. Examples of an inclined plane: we have skateboard ramp, slide, water slide, funnel, roof, and a road ramp. Aside from the inclined plane, screw is also a type of simple machine. Screw. If you want to hang a picture on the wall, it would be better to use a screw hook because it can be removed and put back easily on the same hole without damaging the wall. It is also used to secure an object in place by spinning or twisting the screw. A screw is actually a spiral inclined plane. It is composed of cylindrical body with a spiral ridge called thread. Next to screw, we have the wedges. A wedge is an inclined plane or 2 inclined planes that meet each other to form a sharp edge. Some wedges are rolled up to have a sharp point instead of an edge. These are usually good for cutting and piercing. Examples of a wedges are an axe, knife, saw, pencil sharpener, a shovel, and a zipper. And for the last type of simple machine, we have the wheel and axle. The wheel and axle are machines that has a small disc or shaft called an axle that is attached to a wheel. It is used to move things along the ground. Examples of a wheel and axle are wheelchair, electric fan, windmill, bicycle, Ferris wheel, and a doorknob. So there you have it, the types of simple machines, its characteristics, and uses. To test if you really listened well in our discussion, let us answer some questions. Why are simple machines important? Because they make our work and tasks easier and faster. Cite every activity where simple machines are used. Simple machines can be used in raising and lowering heavy loads. They can also be used in lifting, cutting, and holding objects. What will happen if you use unsanitized tools like simple machines before and after using it, especially now that we are facing COVID-19? Very good! If you use unsanitized tools like simple machines, you may acquire communicable diseases like COVID-19. So before using different tools, make sure that you sanitize them first, then after using, wash your hands with soap and water or sanitize with alcohol to prevent communicable diseases. This time, for your group activity, Group 1. Simple machines and its uses. Enumerate the 6 types of simple machines and its uses. Give at least 5 examples of each type. And for the Group 2, Simple Machines Word Search. Find and circle words using the list below. Words may be vertical, horizontal, diagonal, forward, or backward.
Now that you have learned about the simple machines, let's recall the different types of simple machines and its characteristics. The lever, the pulley, inclined plane, screw, wedges, and wheel and axle. Remember that simple machines help us to make our work easier, and it's very useful in our daily lives. But it may cause harm if not handled properly. And now, it's about time to challenge yourselves by answering the Activity 2 and post-test that can be found in your Science 6 Module 3, Quarter 3, Week 6 to 7. And for your additional activity, make a new product on electrical and light energy by creating simple series connection. And when we say simple series connection, it is defined as having only one path through which current can flow. And to create this, you'll be needing batteries, wires, light bulb, and receptacle. Look and follow the given pictures on how to create simple series connection. The copy of these pictures are attached in your module. I hope you have learned about the different types of simple machines and its characteristics and uses. Once again, I am Teacher Eleanor Ann P. Bautista from Ariston Bantog Elementary School saying, stay safe and healthy. God bless!